All right. So today we are talking with Dave Gandy, the founder of Font Awesome. And lately, Dave, you've been working with the Web Awesome team. And we're going to be chatting about some of the key parts of Web Awesome Pro, specifically our Pro layout engine. So, Dave, I was wondering if you could walk us through website layout and maybe some of the common challenges that come up.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot. So, a really great layout can make or break a website. You've likely already spent a ton of time thinking about the information hierarchy, how this stuff's going to lay out, how you want people to be able to use the site. But if your layout doesn't match all of that effort, you're really missing out. And the funny thing is, we've been doing this for decades now. This is not a new thing at all. And we just really started thinking, why do we keep reinventing that same layout?
Right.
Yeah, we do that a lot in software development, it seems like. And for this particular problem, it's not just this boilerplate that we kind of get to put in. Every single site has responsiveness we need to get just right. And we're going to have layers of nested divs and CSS rules to get all this just right. There are accessibility concerns. We've got to deal with the fact that navigation might live in two places since we have to hide and show and turn on and off. And that's just kind of the easiest way to handle it. This is all happening based on viewport. And this is the other thing too. One of the things, if you're around us for very long at all, one of the things really, really near and dear to our hearts when we design software that others are going to be using is that code is read far more often than it's written. So when we're writing this, we're really thinking about, okay, when other people are coming into this, how quickly are they going to be able to get a sense of exactly what's done to come in, make changes, and get their part of the job done? Because if it takes you 40 minutes to figure out where everything is, it's just wasted time. And why do we keep doing that to ourselves?
So at this point, Dave, I'm guessing we have a great solution for this, right?
So we have worked very hard to simplify the complexity of layout so that you don't have to build it from scratch yourself every single time. And that's really what we're, unfortunately, the state of things right now. And we don't want you to have to obscure your clean code with these layers of nested divs or all of these utility classes scattered all over where you really have a hard time reading what's even going on. And all of your great CSS to control every breakpoint from every single viewport. It's just a lot, right? And so what we've tried to do here is we've tried to simplify layouts down so that you can focus on the substance of what your site is trying to do instead of reinventing the wheel again and again and again. So we started with one page level component to rule them all. We think this thing can work for everybody's layouts. And we're also working on layouts for inside pages with more fine-grained control of layout so that your teams can build better, faster.
So this sounds like it's a really great time for a demo. If you can sort of lead us through that, that'd be awesome.
Let's do it. So our team went through an inventory of an enormous number of websites. Turns out over 95% of these all essentially have the same layout. So we've created a custom web component that abstracts away the complexity, and we've tried to make this super, super readable. So if you look in here, you'll see that we've got not just a header, but we've got a banner that so often needs to go above. We've got a menu on the left and an aside on the right, which is becoming a very common pattern for docs and other kind of stuff like that. You've got your main, and even in main here, you sometimes need an extra header and a footer within main. And then down below, we've got the main footer page. This is the whole page. This is all of the HTML that we need here. We've got our WA page component. And then inside here, we've got some other HTML that's in slots. Banner, header. We've got a special one for navigation for this menu, and you'll see why we're doing that in just a second. And then we've got all the rest here. And the really cool thing is, let's say it turns out that there are some of these that I don't need. All I got to do is chop it out, and we refresh it, and it's gone. Easy as that. So basically what this means is, any combination of these that you have or don't have, let's pull out the aside and see what happens there. And it's gone, and the page just works. So one of the other cool parts about this is because of the magic of web components, we can actually have these be in any order that we want. So let's bring the banner back, but instead this time, let's say that the templating engine that I'm using is only giving me, I really only have access to put it in one particular spot. So I'm gonna put my banner at the very bottom of the page under footer, and then let's watch what happens. So just like that, banner comes back. So the coolest part about this is it means that for convenience, we can actually put these in any order that we need to on the page, and they're just gonna show up. So this is super, super easy to work with, super, super easy to read, because again, when they come in and they need to get something done, boy, wouldn't it be nice if they could easily tell what they were working with, where it was, so that they could get the edit done that they need and get back to the important parts of the job. All right, so one of the other really cool things that's going on here is built-in responsiveness. So watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this in just a little bit. And what do you know? The menu on the left-hand side disappeared, but look what popped up right here. So we're gonna bring this up, and there is our menu. Now, this is not duplicated content. This is the exact same content we put in the other sidebar, so you only need to keep track of your menu one time. You don't need to have two different visible layers, both turn on and off, and try to sync them both up, because that's quite annoying to deal with, and boy, is it hard to remember sometimes that this is in both places, because who would expect that to be? Because this should all just be in one place. So as we drag this back out, what do you know? Disappears, goes back, and our layout is good to go. Easy peasy. We're really, really proud of the work that we put into this to simplify this down to be this easy to work with. And like I said, this is an early version of this page component. We should be able to keep getting things more readable, maybe even a little bit further down, and we're gonna get this more usable as we go. And just like we did with this Pro page component, we are gonna be adding more layout components into Pro that are gonna help you with precise placement within a page. And we're really focusing on keeping these powerful, readable, and easy to build. That's what we're trying to do here. Help you and your team work better together.
So thanks, Dave, for walking us through that demo. It looks like WebAwesome Pro layout is going to save people a ton of time and hassle.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal for us. That's really what we're trying to do. Quick, hassle-free, responsive layouts with our page level component. You get that with WebAwesome Pro. You're also going to get our low level components to get everything just exactly where you need it to be for layout. And all of this with super readable HTML using slotted content, which means that you and your teams can come in, figure out what's going on, and get back to the important parts of what you're there trying to do. And remember that the WebAwesome Pro Kickstarter also comes with our theme builder and our pattern library to, again, save you guys time and hassle when you're building sites.
Nice. So you guys know what to do now. If this all sounds good to you, you can back the WebAwesome Kickstarter, and now we can all go make something awesome together.
WebAwesome, go